If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
This is about my man, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
As a quarterback, this man had one of the best years, in the league. He led the league in yardage.
Yep.
He led the league in touchdown passes.
He had one of the greatest years in history.
And by the way, this game right here, he was unbelievable in this game. So to me, look, we all want to see our guys, our heroes, go out on top. He's going out on top if he leaves this way, in my opinion. The other thing, he's going out, if he left now, he's leaving with all his faculties. Like, this guy is healthy. And I think that's important.
I have been rocked and I have been shocked by the very sudden news that Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. just might be calling it quits. It's almost like a death in my family. And I'm here to tell you, I'm having a hard time coming to grips with it, because it was just 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, I spoke to a doctor I know, an orthopedic surgeon I know, who's close with Alex Guerrero, the trainer of Tom Brady, and said doctor told me that for sure Brady is going to play at least one more year. No shock to me. I wouldn't be shocked if he played 5 more years. And then that thing happened on Sunday against those Rams in Tampa. That play happened at the end of that game after Thomas Edward Patrick Brady had brought that team back from 24 down to 27 all. And somehow a blitz was called and no blitz was executed, and Cooper bleeping Cup happened to Tom Brady. Was that it? Was that the end? I couldn't even fathom until the following day, when the drumbeat mounted that, yeah, he's going to seriously consider calling it a day. What? No, I scoffed. I laughed. Not Tom Brady. Nope, sorry. He'll play at least another year, if not 2, 3, 4, or 5 more years. Then I heard from a source on Monday night, high up in the Buccaneers organization, a source I implicitly trust, who rocked and shocked me by saying, we will be surprised, pleasantly surprised, but surprised nonetheless, if Tom plays next year. What? And then my source amended and said, no, we will be shocked if Tom Brady plays next year. What? You'll be shocked? Impossible. My source said, hey, if he were single, he'd play 5 more years. So it does come down to family. It does come down to wife Giselle, kids. Yep. That and that only. I'm certainly not criticizing or certainly condemning it. I'm just saying, can he be happy going full-time father, husband? I don't know. I couldn't do that. I would ultimately be unhappy as much as that should be done. Would I be able to do it? And what I've always loved about Tom is he shattered every mold. The reason he's meant so much to my career is, number one, I've won so many bets because of Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr., the one man in sports I don't bet against. And my favorite quote, you won't know, but it's from a former Supreme Court judge with the fairly odd name of Felix Frankfurter. I think he was a justice from 1939 to 1962. And I have the quote up on the refrigerator door. Anybody who is any good is different from anybody else. I believe that. That's my mantra. Dare to be different. Tom did, because he shattered every mold.
Listen, he talked on his podcast this past week with Jim Gray about the fact that it's time to spend more time with family, the sacrifice it takes. And I think when you look at the body of work after 22 seasons, becoming the most accomplished passer and player in NFL history, 7 rings, what else is there to do at this point in time? It's time to move on to the next chapter of your life, to spend time with your family, to go on to other business ventures. Obviously, he's got the TB12 company. He believes so much in all of those products that he endorses. And so there's so much that I think he still wants to do. And again, at this point in time, he's ready to move on and move away from football. It's a long, storied career, an incredible run, and we'll see when he decides to make the announcement official and announce the news himself, Reese.
He's doing something at a level nobody's ever done it before. And under pressure, all he did was win 6 Super Bowls in New England with 6 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or overtime. And I kept trying to explain to all the people I debate and win bets off of that, hey, he's got an alter ego on the field. It's Psycho Tom. He is Jordan-esque. He goes someplace else during those games. You see him just lose it for a while, scream at people, scream at the referee. Got a 15-yard flag for the first time in his career the other day. Profane language. Sean Hockley. He was right. Brady was right. Von Miller got him up under the chin with his helmet and split his lip. Should have been 15 yards, but it wasn't. But we've seen Brady in the Super Bowl last year go after Honey Badger. Goes crazy. He has competitive rage in him. Okay? So there he is. That's that guy. But off the field, not that guy. Ran the ugliest looking 40-yard dash in the history of the combine. Took the weakest looking picture shirtless in the history of the combine. That guy's the greatest player in the history of pro football? Yep, he is. All those guys who debated me cannot fathom that. They can't accept it.
When a guy plays at the level that he did, and even though you understand and respect all of that, and certainly he's earned the right, you know him really well. How do you think he'll adjust to not having that routine and having that exhilaration of professional football in his life?
Well, it's an adjustment for everybody. Anybody that plays sports at a high level for any long period of time, even not at a high level, whenever they go away from the sport, it's a transition. And Tom Brady's about to transition into the next phase of his life for something that was such a dear part of his life for so long, for such a long period of time. And again, he's now about to do what others have done, but nobody has done it at the level that he has for as long as he has. But again, obviously, he's given a lot of thought to this and what he'd like to do next. And now he begins to take the next steps into his next chapter of his career. And again, Reese, the Buccaneers still haven't heard from Tom Brady. They're still waiting to hear. So this is still developing. But yes, the plan is to retire.
We're about to talk about Aaron Rodgers. They say, that guy's transcendent, greatest thrower of the football ever. No, Brady is actually, because Brady throws the most catchable pass ever and throws it on time to open receivers. Okay, how can you argue with that? Well, they tried, and they have failed. So this seems like a shame to me. I can't buy into the fact that Tom Brady might be gone, because it would be a crime against nature. I just fear for him not being happy, not being able to fulfill the rest of his dream. But who am I to say? Because I'm still trying to chase it. He's 44, and I'm the equivalent of 44 in my business to what it is in the NFL. And I'm still chasing, and I don't want him to go, because I know he's got 5 great years left. And I want to chronicle those 5 years. I want to feast off them on Undisputed. I tweet this all the time. It's such an honor and a privilege. You get to watch the GOAT at his highest level. He's 44, so kids who are 5 years old right now can say, I watched Tom Brady. You did? Yeah, I saw him live. I watched him on TV. It's a privilege, man. And I don't want it to end. And and I fear it's going to end. My gut tells me it's over, and I guess it just has to be over. God bless you, Tom. I'm going to miss you.
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day.